Welcome to the Human Experience by Hiddenbody. Rich, Tim and I, we've been practicing and studying within the field of movement for 10 plus years. Through our explorations, we're trying to bring a lighter and more inclusive approach to the movement practice and to the human experience. Now, if you want to develop strength, flexibility and skills, or you want to stimulate your body and your brain, go to hiddenbody.nl. Let's continue with today's episode.
Sounds good.
Fresh out.
We have big news. Of course, you saw in the previous episode that I passed the exams for the human movement studies, and now I know that these guys have also passed. So we just wanted to take a moment for reflection.
First, we met up on Monday. I was hugging Jori because she passed with flying colors and I was super proud of her. And then at one moment on the Monday, Rich said, "It's in, guys, we got it. Tim, what about you?" And I was waiting. But once I got the news from the big man in Padua, I was really pleased. I passed, and I was super happy, of course, to pass first and foremost. But what I also really loved was the amount of details and guidance in the email that I got. I think you guys got as well. I think there are things here which my current consciousness can't comprehend right now, but I have a sensation with it, so it might unfold in a later stage.
I would say proud of us to passing the exams together, of course, because we also spend a lot of time on just the practical materials, really Tim and I, and then with Tim I also spend an entire day on the theoretical materials. Joyful to have passed the examination with the three of us, but then on the other hand it was also what I already expected, because that's how we work. We work with a very, I would say, high standard, or we hold ourselves to a very high standard, always working with attention and supporting ourselves and making sure that when we commit to something, it's really and truly is a commitment. And for me, this was really a test, a wet test, or the moment where we could put all of our practice into you could say an applied scenario where we were put under pressure, had to work on a lot of materials, and then we're challenged both, I would say, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And then to finally at the end come out the tunnel. You know, Tim, the tunnel.
Tunnel.
And to be able to say that we passed the first year is also for us a way to make it very tangible what it is that we're doing, and also to develop a degree of credibility, which right now the field of movement is lacking to an extent, at least if you look at how it connects to the scientific paradigm and all the formal institutes out there. So this is also for us an attempt to really formalize or to enter a formal process of the movement practice.
And the movement practice is the bridge kind of between all these things. So we can be a bridge for people. So people that are doing something very specific can come to us, or people that want to learn more about some specific thing can come to us, but we also can give you all these other things at the same time. What that is, I will not explain in words at this moment. This is something you have to experience as well. But this is also what I felt then at some point between the practice that I was doing and all the theoretical frameworks, that there was a bridge between everything. So it all was interconnected, and from the moment that you see that, everything fuels each other, and it fuels the human experience. And if you're willing to continuously come back and refocus and work on yourself and practice, but also empathize with yourself. So work doesn't mean hard work and being mad at yourself if you don't do something, but it also means having empathy for yourself, for others, and just keep this connection, because I don't want to do this alone. I don't know if anybody really wants to do this alone, living. So I think there's a huge importance in keeping this connection with others. So So in a way, that's a very big thing that I got out of this process, just of doing the exams and the urgency and all the information and overwhelm. Here we go, a lot of verbalizing.
That's what it does.
Nice. So let's see if I put on the camera.
Als hij uit is. Iets ziet. Morning espresso.
Hey there, it's Rich again, and today I'm shooting a video in a park where we've been spending a lot of time. You can see my bike, my bag, and my papers with all the different techniques and skills I've been working on, also to prepare for the next learning module, which will be dynamic conditioning. So conditioning the body in a very dynamic way, working on strength, flexibility, but making sure they are consolidated within skills. So for example, let's say you want to strengthen your wrists, you want to open up your spine, to then combine those two in a skill, for example, like a handstand or a side freeze, or many of the elements, and then gluing them together. So you can also really go into this process of self-expression. So just quickly sharing this, and also this beautiful view. And then in addition to that, you might have heard it, but Hiddenbody is leaving the space, the dojo. And it's been a very special space for us. It's also been a space where we've been practicing for quite a few years, 3 years almost. And for me, it's also an interesting process of looking into myself again and asking myself the important questions. What was the original purpose? What are the narratives I've been spinning for all these years, and do they still hold? And then also, of course, for you as a viewer, if you're from the Amsterdam area and you have contacts, or you know a place which is approximately between 30 and 40 square meters, empty space, it's up for rent, or maybe you own it and you want to co-create, send us a message to info@hiddenbody.nl, of course. And then if you're enjoying these videos and you want to start your movement practice, we'll have an open day at the end of this month. You will also notice the link below. So it's a day where we're going to do a kickoff. So you will get to meet the experienced students, but you will also really have all the tools, step-by-step process to start from zero and to build your practice from there. So let's continue the ride and keep reminding ourselves that class never starts and class never ends. Intensive group. We are heading for a location which will be facilitated, or not the location, but the materials at that location will be facilitated by a student. So we're really trying to create a platform for these more experienced students to also develop their own work long term, that we've been spending for 5 months on reaching this point. And now that all the materials have been integrated sufficiently, this is a test for the students. So exciting times. Exciting to see how everything is unfolding, coming together.
Then we're gonna go for the, how's it called? Curl? Yeah. Thank you for watching today's episode. We hope you could extract something useful out of our experience, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed our content. If you want to know how Hiddenbody can help you develop strength, flexibility and skills, or stimulate your body and brain, go to hiddenbody.nl in the description below to find out what it is that we have to offer.